the Albanese government's global warming schemes. They're falling apart. And I think the government's now getting desperate. The Queensland government this week scrapped a big wind farm meant for the Moonlight Range, after finding locals were overwhelmingly against turning their lovely mountains into a wind factory that would look like this. Queensland's Renewable Energy Council is now freaking that 110 more wind and solar projects could also be axed, but the planning minister wasn't backing down today.
These things have been popping up all throughout regional and rural Queensland without any community consultation. And we made an election commitment we would change the laws, make the laws impact assessable.
So with power supplies getting stretched, the wind and solar rollout in huge trouble, and the country needing export dollars, the government is under huge pressure to finally approve the extension of the North West Cape gas project of Western Australia, despite claims that its emissions could destroy local rock art and even upset whales as they sang to us. Yes, that's right, this activist is going to court again to stop this project.
What is going on here? What is happening? We've got animals, plants that are telling us there's a major issue going. Animals are telling us there's a problem. This is huge. The whales are telling us, they're showing us how much they love us, people. Why do you think they put the big love heart there? We love you.
But the Prime Minister's had enough of the New Age dreamers, and especially green extremists who are dead against any fossil fuel, even if gas is now critical to backing up fickle wind and solar power.
It's net zero, not zero. You can't have renewables unless you have firming capacity. Simple as that. You don't change a transition through, warm thoughts.
Joining me is National Senator Matt Canavan, the former Resources Minister. Matt, great to see you again. This gas project off Western Australia, how critical is it that it go ahead?
Well, it should have gone ahead a long time ago. Should have been already approved last year when the Western Australian government did, Andrew. But the Labor Party has been dragging its heels here on this issue. Obviously, they're concerned about angering their green activists that helped them get elected, so they kick this can down the road till beyond at the election. It is very important for our economic development. It's a $30 billion project, and speaking to businesses a lot in the last couple of months, they're very concerned where the Australian economy is right now. And so we need these kind of investments. As I say, it's already been approved by the WA government. It should go ahead. There's another reason why this project is very important for our country that not a lot of people talk about or focus on. We no longer produce fertiliser or the most important fertiliser in this country anymore, urea. Therefore, we struggle to produce food in this country without imports of urea from the Middle East and China now. Our last urea plant shut in Brisbane in late 2021. It did so because we no longer have affordable gas anymore, and it just couldn't afford to keep operating under the net zero anti-fossil fuel agenda of this government. This project, this gas project in Western Australia, would deliver gas to a new urea plant at Karratha, and I think it's very important that our country can feed itself. So it's just another reason to get this project going as soon as possible.
Now, the scrapping of the Moonlight Range wind farm in your state, a question mark now on dozens more in Queensland. What does this mean for the Albanese government's plan to get us to 82% renewable energy just 5 years from now?
Well, look, we weren't going to hit that target anyway. That 82% renewable energy target is completely bunkum. It was actually one of the outputs of the modelling that the Labor Party used to tell us all that they would reduce your power bills by $275 a year. You remember that one? The modelling showed that they thought an 82% renewable target would reduce your power bills. Now, of course, they've ditched the $275 promise. The Prime Minister has walked away from that modelling and washed his hands like Pontius Pilate from any responsibility for it, yet they've maintained this ridiculous 82% target by 2030. That we're not on track to meet that anyway. But I do support this decision of the Queensland Government to cancel the approval for the Moonlight Range project. I live very close to it, and I want to pay credit to Glenn Kelly, the local Member of Parliament up there, who has been doing what he should do at advocating for his local community against these monstrosities. The Queensland government did a consultation on this in the last few months. The former government did no local consultation, but the Queensland government actually did go and talk to the local people of Rockhampton and surrounds, and 88%, Andrew, 88% of the submissions from local people in central Queensland opposed this project. And I do believe ultimately that local people should get a say in what happens in their area. I note on your show you've highlighted some of the concerns now of the conservation groups that a project like this won't go ahead. Well, can I suggest to them, if they're so passionate about renewable energy, why can't they have the wind turbines hosted in their backyards? Let's have them off Manly Harbour. There's no reason why it shouldn't be there. Let's have them on Mount Cootha on the mountains west of Brisbane. Why can't we have them there? Why do all these projects have to go far away from often where the voters are who want them, the people that say they want renewable energy in our inner city seats? They apparently don't want them in their backyard. Maybe there's a problem with these projects, and we should listen to local people who have concerns about 280-metre wind turbines towering over their houses.